Alright guys, welcome back to another interview video. Today we have Logan Moore here. Just want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Logan Moore, and I'm the lead installer for Oregon Design Company in Portland, Oregon.
Sweet. So, what's the main thing that you guys do there? Like, you guys do color change and printed. What's the whole?
Yeah, so we do color change wraps. We do commercial printed wraps. We'll do some light automotive styling like headlight tinting, taillight tinting,
Okay.
stuff like that. We also do more basic sign shop stuff. Coroplast signs, banners, stickers, all that kind of stuff. So more or less full service sign shop.
Sweet. Is it a lot more printing than it is making signs, or a lot more wraps than it is, the sign side, or what's?
Yeah, and that's kind of, I think, what we've geared our business towards is more focusing on the wraps. I mean, we do everything else too, but wraps is kind of our bread and butter.
Okay, that makes sense. That's what I understand from following you guys too. Just wanted to make sure that was correct. Or we were talking earlier on the phone about that drag car. Can we check that thing out?
Yes. So you're all
so that people understand what kind of craziness you guys do there.
What we're working with here.
Yeah. That thing's sick. I love that thing.
Yeah. So as far as all the mechanical aspects of it and stuff, you'd have to talk to my boss.
Okay.
But here is our Jeep, or I guess my boss's Jeep.
That thing is sick.
That is, it's absolutely insane. It really is.
Yep.
I know it's probably going to be tough to get any detail.
Is that thing like a sand drag car, or what is that?
Yeah. So its purpose is drag racing on the sand, basically. Okay. So yeah, it's got big old paddle tires on it, gnarly motor in it, and the thing I've heard videos of it running, and it's violent. I mean, it's insane.
That's awesome.
And this was all fully designed, printed, installed in house. Cam is the designer.
Okay.
And we'll get some more kind of detailed pictures and maybe a video of it or something. But
Sweet.
Close up, when you look at the wrap, all of the body lines and everything are accentuated by the wrap. Like there's really subtle brush strokes around body lines, rust spots where you would typically see rust on a vehicle.
That's sweet.
And our goal with this was just to kind of showcase our ability and show what we're capable of doing. Not every client is going to come in and want this, but this is what we can do.
No, I think you guys killed it. I think you nailed it. When you were telling me about it, and then you actually posted about it, I was mind blowing. That thing looks so good. It's ridiculous. We have. I mean, there's a couple little things we still need to tie up on it, but our goal for this wrap was to, again, like I said, kind of showcase our ability and get it out there in the public for people to look at and touch. A lot of people aren't really convinced on the whole wrapping a vehicle versus painting, but when people see this, their eyes just get big. Well,
like, I can't believe you can do that with mine.
Well, how much would it cost to do a paint job like that, and how long would it take? It'd be insane. Whereas, I mean, printing that and installing it's not cheap either, but it'd be a whole lot cheaper than painting it.
Absolutely. If you wanted to get a paint job to replicate that, you'd probably be out of your vehicle for a couple years and tens of thousands of dollars, I would think.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a $100,000 paint job.
Right.
Whereas, what is it? $6,000, if not less, probably a wrap.
Yeah, around there, maybe higher, depending. I think it's one of those projects where you'd have to go on kind of a client by client basis.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just saying, just that one alone would probably be, if you guys weren't doing it for yourselves.
Oh yeah, I would say probably maybe $6,000 to $8,000.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
so a whole lot cheaper than a paint job, but.
Absolutely.
How long did that take you to install?
Cam actually installed most of it, and it was one of those projects where it sat in the shop, and we would kind of install on it when panels were ready.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things where you have to be extremely meticulous about it.
Yeah.
All in all, maybe he has. It actually went through a couple different iterations too. We toyed around with a couple different design schemes, and he finally settled on this one we have here. So.
Oh, okay, that's sweet. You got any tips, tricks for wrappers out there? Any?
I think maybe the biggest thing that I would say, like for people getting into the industry or people that are considering wrapping, is you have to sweat the small stuff. You have to pay attention to details. If depending on what caliber of an installer you want to be, those are the things that people look for. Anybody can wrap a car, but not many people can wrap a car and make it look like paint.
Or make it last, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and that's
because, like Justin Pate says, anyone can wrap a car and have it last or look good for a day. But can you make it look good for a year?
100%. And those are the things that while you're installing, you need to keep in the back of your mind. Like, can I do this with the material? Is it going to hold?
Yeah.
Am I going to discolor it? Am I going to get wrinkles? All that kind of stuff. You're constantly kind of, rolling that around in your head as you're installing. But yeah, I would say the biggest thing for me is to just pay attention to your details. And also, remember your principles of wrapping. Like Justin says, use triangles, pay attention to your tension. And it's not easy. Well, as you know.
No.
It can be pretty tricky.
Yeah, absolutely. No.
And I was going to say, like, I've been in the sign and graphics industry for about 10 years and really focused on just wrapping for maybe the last 4 years.
Okay.
And it's been extremely frustrating at points, but it's also extremely rewarding. If you nail something and it looks right and it's going to last and look good, it's a really good feeling to.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And I think that's a lot of what.
No, that's a very good point. If you can actually sit after you're done the project, step back and be like, "This looks good. I did a good job, and I know it's going to last." Then you did it right.
100%. Yeah, and actually, here I got one more I can show you here. right,
Might as well.
Behind me, we're actually we're finishing up the wrap. Yeah, we're finishing up the wrap on this Range Rover with a Nostech Neon Pearl Mint.
Oh, sick. How's that film?
And it's tricky. It's so with the Nostech, it's a cast calendar combination.
Yeah.
And I don't even know where to start with the Nostech. it doesn't slide like other vinyls do, like your Avery or Calor 3M. It doesn't have that repositionability. So when you initially tack the vinyl down, that's where it's going to stay. It's not going to slide around it. So you really have to kind of plan how you're going to squeegee and how you're going to lay the panel before you start, because you can't really pick it back up once it's down without getting adhesive lines or dirt or stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the other kind of tricky thing about it, which is part of the calendar element, is that it shrinks with heat right off the roof. So say you make a cut and it's a 16th of an inch past the edge of just a flap hanging out there. If you heat it with your heat gun, it will curl around and conform to wherever you're cutting around. So you can kind of use that to your advantage when you're wrapping a little bit. And other times, if you heat it, it's going to shrink back, and then you have to redo the piece because now you're short.
Yeah, that sounds like something you'd have to get used to.
Yeah, it's one of those films where we've only done a couple wraps with the Nostech film, and it takes a little while to warm up to working with it.
Yeah, I believe that.
You can't just grab a panel and stretch it on there like you can with normal film. You gotta be a little bit more delicate with it.
That makes sense.
But the finish is awesome. It seems to be holding up extremely well, and the stuff it looks exactly like paint. You can't distinguish a difference between it. It's a cool film. The more I work with it, the more I like it. So
sweet.
We're hoping to do some more. We actually just booked another wrap for, I think it's a 2018 M4 that we're going to be doing in an Oztech color also. Not sure on the color yet, but that one's be coming up here soon. Sweet.
I look forward to seeing that.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be sweet. Awesome. I think that's all that we're going to do. We're running around the 10-minute mark here, I think, and I think that's what we talked about, keeping it at. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being willing to do this and showing us those few projects. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem, man.